Hello everybody, good evening, thank you for coming by. I'm here to do a collective love reading, but actually I'm here to mostly talk about the shift of the North and South Node. That's happening on January 11th. The North Node and South Node just happen to be one of my favorite subjects when it comes to astrology. Part of the reason why I got into astrology in the first place. It's such an amazing prognosticator as a tool, but also about self-investigation. It's incredible. I'm not going to go into all of that tonight, but there will be a rather lengthy AstroTarology intro for that reason. And also because it's super late, my friends, so I may get a tad poetic and rambly when it comes to the astrology. I tend to do so at the best of times. So that said, I will link the intro below, so if you want to jump right to the reading, you can do that, of course. This is so interesting, though, to me. There's so many different ways you can interpret and apply the tool of astrology, as well as tarot. It can be like the micro to the macro. So everything that begins in the self also can be extrapolated out into the collective, and then into the greater collective, into the global collective. Astrology and tarot as energy reading tools are not isolated to just ourselves or just how it influences things like global politics or our interconnectedness or anything like that. For me, myself, I find my closest heart connection to those tools has to do with self, of course, and love. It's just my nature, as it is my nature to be drawn to do this reading tonight, even though it's very late and I'm very tired. So let's get into it. On January 11th, the North and South Node, which in astrology are our collective points of destiny. The South Node often represents what can be said as our comfort zone, while the North Node is our destiny. They sit in opposition always, and they have that kind of push and pull effect, or that tug. When utilized to their highest potential, they inform each other, and they work in tandem like all oppositions in astrology. Part of it's one of the things as a romantic astrologer that I look for in soulmate astrology when I'm looking at two people's charts. I like to see if there's North and South Node contacts. Along with Chiron and Saturn, it has a big role to play in soulmate astrology, in my opinion. And that's also true of the North and South Node. It's hard for me, you can tell how hyper I get about it, because to me, it's so magical. But it's all interconnected, so I try to break it down just like I do with tarot, but that's difficult because it's not a like simple singular energy. It all works in tandem and it's all necessary, but I'll try. Anyway, I'm going to take our story all the way back to 2022 and 2023 when Scorpio and Taurus had the North and South Node respectively. It was just Scorpio in the South Node, Taurus in the North Node. Scorpio is ruled by Pluto, which is interesting because it is a planet of destiny and also past lives and soulmates. And Pluto shifted signs this year at the beginning of the year for the first time in 16 years into Aquarius. But anyway, see how I go? But anyway, okay, so Pluto rules Scorpio. In 2022, the South Node was in Scorpio. And also, before they discovered Pluto, Scorpio was co-ruled by Mars. Taurus, which had the North Node, is ruled by Venus. So we had Venus and Mars in play in the North and South Node, the nodes of destiny, with Mars taking a back seat, the masculine energy, and Venus, the feminine energy, taking the front seat. And then every 18 months, the North and South Node shift. In 2024 to 2025 to right now, the North and South Node were in Libra and Aries. And now Libra is ruled by Venus. Aries is ruled by Mars. Venus and Mars kind of flipped in the destiny points. So it's almost like the divine feminine energy of Venus in 2022 and 2023 was taking that front like destiny setting role. And then it shifted. And now we had Mars in the North Node to create an equal balance. Because where we're heading now with Pisces and Virgo, it's incredibly important that that balance is struck both within and without. Again, as a romantic astrologer, I tend to focus these energies externally, as in relationship with masculine and feminine. But as with all things, you can apply them to that within yourself. It also applies to every kind of love. But I can't cover everything. Anyway, that means we've had Venus and Mars in our collective points of destiny for 3 years, which is pretty intense considering. Okay, follow me here. Nodal shifts are always marked by eclipses. This year, the eclipses belong to Aries and Libra, with a total solar eclipse in Aries season. Now, on both sides of that total solar eclipse, where it was major solar flare actions, activation of Mars energy. And then on the 1st of October, there was a new moon in Libra, Venus. On both sides of that new moon, solar flare energy, activation energy. So all this year and all of 2023 has been different aspects of the masculine feminine balance falling into harmony. And I've been saying the year of soulmates was last year, coming together. There's a reason for that. Because where we're headed in those collective points of destiny now is Pisces and Virgo, which is a whole other story. I'm going to get to that in 1 minute. Now, okay, where am I? I'm so sorry. Okay, on the 15th of January, there is a full moon in Cancer. Cancer and a full moon is nothing to shake a stick at or gloss over. And people often do forget with Cancer and the moon that there is a dark side too. So a lot of what lies below the surface and what couldn't be seen before comes to the surface on a full moon. It can be incredibly emotional. It can be like an unearthing of a lot of vulnerability, a lot of feelings. And with this nodal shift, okay, where are we? Okay, yes, the balance of Venus and Mars is essential because with all of that energy, there's so much more coming this year with 5 major planets shifting that don't shift, they're kind of generational shifts, big changes coming. Now, Pisces taking the North Node is very, very interesting because it's ruled by Neptune. Now, Neptune is all about the ethereal. It's all about what we literally cannot see, but only intuit and feel. It's the wateriest planet. Everything is everything, and what we thought we understood and what we thought we saw becomes a whole lot more ambiguous. Virgo in the South Node has the opposite energy. It's Mercury. So it's literally about applying the logic and making sense and putting some kind of structural understanding around the things that Neptune can visualize. That's how Pisces and Virgo work in opposition. When it comes to the activation of the soulmate energy, Pisces and Virgo is also the axis of sacred service. So the reason for the divine balance is because there's a massive shift in perspective coming. And it does have everything to do with love and everything to do with the heart, which is Pisces. It's also interesting because while Neptune is everything, so is the 12th house, which is what Pisces rules. And it's literally the house of dissolution, meaning the separateness disappears. Virgo is, again, all about like, how do we build a structure? How do we make this soluble, lasting, healthy, and buildable? And that's very important. That's why it works in tandem, right, with Pisces. But Pisces is kind of the opposite, saying there is no structure, there's no form or understanding for what we now know, and that can include love, especially when you meet a soulmate. And that very love has a huge role to play when we're talking about the collective points of destiny and what's shifting. And it just so happens that Pluto shifts out of Capricorn and into Aquarius also pretty major. Because after this year and a half of Virgo and Pisces, the North and South Node then move into Leo and Aquarius, which is literally about creating the vision of the future you want based on love and what you now understand about it. However you want to apply that love. Again, for my purposes as an astrologer, as a tarot reader, I apply it to romantic love. But let's face it, all of them are interconnected. You can't really exclude one from the other. Love is an ability, right? Okay, so, yeah, and the other thing I want to say about Pisces and Virgo, though, is that Virgo is all about like, okay, Pisces is about this is the vision, this is the overall feeling, this is the kind of, like I said, the everything is everything. And Virgo goes within and says, well, what's my role in what we see and what we're creating? What part of that puzzle belongs to me? Because Pisces is all about the interconnectedness, the dissolution of self. And Virgo is very much not about the self, but about my role in that. And what do I have to do to build it? And that's also kind of where we're going, even when it includes love, because that also healthy, sustainable, buildable component of Virgo is in the background here, of things that are beyond your imagination when it comes to soulmate relationships. I could obviously go much deeper. In fact, I'm not going to be doing a lot of sign-by-sign readings over the next week because the astrology in January is off the charts. And while soulmates are coming together, the collective in general is as well. So separating out signs at the moment is a little bit difficult. That said, I will call them out in the reading when I see them. I'll be doing a full moon reading for that Cancer, believe it, you can believe me. Oh, a little paper of heart stickers fell out of my journal. Isn't that sweet? We're talking about love. I'm going to be doing a different kind of love reading because, again, the axis of sacred service and the North and South Node. In your own chart, it also points to your destined calling, but that's a whole other thing. Let's get into the reading. It is for anybody, any sign. It's still a general reading, so not everything I say is going to resonate with you exactly the way I say it. I appreciate your patience as I stumble through it, my friends. It is a very passionate subject for me. Remember, in love readings, it can always be vice versa. I'm going to freestyle it a little bit and we'll see where we go. I'm starting with the Sacred Rebels Oracle. Look at this. We have Heaven Sent. What a beautiful card, but that's that spiritual energy I was sensing here. It's number 33 in this deck, which is interesting to me on two levels. First of all, number 3 in the Major Arcana is the Empress. But 33 reduced is number 6, and that's the Lover's card. Spiritual union. But this is also very beautiful, very soft energy. And then the perfection of your life. To me, this points how destiny unravels in layers. That's a lotus flower down here. And it's kind of like it gets revealed layer by layer by layer. Why this led to that and why you had to do this to get here. And also where it was all going. And Heaven Sent. Very beautiful. Let's see what's on the bottom of the deck. Focus on the light. I love this card. That's a sunflower there, so I get Leo energy always with this card. But she has her hands cupped around where the seeds of possibility are on sunflowers. Bear with me. What can grow? What are the possibilities? What do we do from here? Nice. Okay, let's do a love card. We're going to do a true love reading card. I just realized the perfection of your life is number 3. A lot of 3s here. 3s are about creation. The Empress is transmutational energy. What do we do from here? What do we create going forward? And the Empress is also Venus. Okay. Let's see. The sacred woman, Venus. That's amazing, you guys. But also the sacred woman is about guidance from the beyond, in my opinion. It can be ancestors. It can be the very energy of divine feminine. However that's embodied for you. Whatever's guiding you through, focus on the light. This could be somebody around you. Could be you. Let's do one more. That's beautiful. There's a real earthy quality. And then we have luminosity, which is about allowing that energy of love to shine. All of those beams are coming from her heart and her crown chakra. We also have a lot of like enlightenment around the crown chakra here. And that's that Pisces energy. Pisces is a very feminine energy. It's water and it's mutable. It's very soft. It's the Hanged Man and the High Priestess, both of which are about like removing yourself from the action to create the vision. Focus on the light. And the vision, the silver waterfall. What's possible? What can we imagine? What can we build from here? That's beautiful. How do we take what we've learned and build? Let's do a romance angel. I'm not going to lie. Sometimes the romance angels make me a little uneasy. I don't know why, but what does this say? Getting to know each other. As you reveal your innermost selves to each other, your bond deepens. Okay. So this particular relationship I'm looking at here could be something that's reaching a different level. And like I said, we've had those Venus and Mars energies going on for a long time. Calling in your soulmate, your prayers, affirmations, and visualizations help bring you together. And then we have heaven sent. This is interesting. I knew it was going to be very spiritual. We're dealing with Pisces and Virgo. Let's get some astrology on this. But love, like all things, is a force that's created energetically, which means it's part of the collective, which is very interesting given what we're our times. Okay. I mean, Virgo asks us, what can I do? What's inside here? I always think of Michael Jackson. He was a Virgo. And he's saying, I'm starting with the man in the mirror. I'm asking him to change his ways. I dig it. All right. We have the 4th house. This is the house of home. It's Cancer's house. So interesting with that full moon coming up. But this is a very soft energy as well as home. It's nurturing. It's about building that place of safety and well-being. It's like the cocoon of everything. Okay? It could be that somebody makes you feel like home. And then we have the transits or the climate. Well, that's very much what we're talking about. When things move, like the north and south node, it changes the climate below. And there's a big softening happening here. That's for sure. I'm picking that up. We have the midheaven or the pinnacle. This is where everything comes together. It's like the point or a peak being reached. It often reminds me of the tower. It's like I said, this is why it's all been heading this way. The midheaven or the pinnacle in your chart is kind of the convergence of all of the energies in your birth chart. It's like the crux of you, your modus operandi. And then we have Scorpio energy. Interesting. What's happening with Scorpio? Well, Scorpio is ruled by Pluto, but I feel like something, yes, when that full moon, but I won't go into it anyway. Scorpio is the investigator. It's the 8th house. It is the bottomless depths of things, much like Pluto. So it can be about psychic, intuitive messages. It's the psychic of the zodiac. Okay? And the 8th house. So what's hidden, the unknown, the psyche. And then we have the solar calm or the clarification energy. That's that calming that I'm feeling, but I'm wondering what this Scorpio is about. Oh, I see. Well, on the bottom of the deck, we have the 10 of Cups. Well, that is the pinnacle. As I always say, whatever fills those cups for you, it's all of the ethereal things. So unlike Pentacles, which make us feel safe in a practical 3D world, this is what nurtures us on the inside. And it is the pinnacle. And then we have the 4 of Swords. The 4 of Swords is a card about rest and recovery and integration. And it very much goes with the 4th house. So it's almost like this is a situation that like can bring you that sense of peace. It's like the pinnacle, the reward. You don't get to the 4 of Swords unless you've been through the 3, which is a lot of difficult lessons learned by the heart. And that could be why focus on the light. That's pretty amazing. Okay. Why did I grab this even with, I was doing the astrology. Interesting. Okay, well, we're going to go with it. Let's see what happened in the recent past in this situation. Let's see how it came together, why it came together. Let me see the recent past. Well, that's very beautiful. The Sun, Leo's major arcana, I think, right there. It's about nourishment, it's about rebirth and joy and understanding what it is to feel happy again. How interesting, because also Leo is taking over the North Node, or South Node, next year. But anyway, this is about happiness and rebirth. Okay? And we saw that 10 of Cups. So whatever this situation is, it's got a lot of like happiness and joy behind it and rebirth energy and peace. Yeah, look at that. The Ace of Pentacles comes out. So it has that grounded earth energy behind it too. The Ace of Pentacles is a seed of promise. And look at this, has a lot to do with nurturing something into growth. That's what the Sun does. Like if you plant this Ace of Pentacles, it can grow into the 10. We saw the 10 of Cups. You need both. You need water and soil and the sun to grow something. So in the recent past, this possibility was born. Interesting. Okay. Let's see now with this transit's energy. We have the Knight of Swords and then the 9 of Cups on the bottom of the deck, which is my Little Mermaid version. I love it because she looks like she's in her underground cave, like assessing all the treasures that she's found, underwater rather. It's very emotional. It's about wish fulfillment. And then the Knight of Swords, air energy. As you get to know each other, your bond deepens. She's all the way in the water. And the Knight of Swords is about communication, straight up, to the point. It's interesting. It's like truths being told, things being clearly spoken. This could have a lot to do with written word or digital communications, things becoming clear. Swords are about technology and communication. So we do have getting to know each other. I'm going to clarify all this. Where is this heading? Where is this heading? I'm breaking in this new deck of the Good Tarot, and it's rather stiff. And it is a big deck, even for my huge hands. Oh wow. Well, you could be wondering the same. We do have the Two of Wands and then the King of Wands. And the Two of Wands kind of is a card about where is this heading. But it's interesting. This is more Leo energy. The Two of Wands, see that little boy up on the giraffe? He's holding out a lantern and he's like, okay, well, this is the possibility of what lies before me. I'm going to see what I can create. The King of Wands is the creator. And I spoke about that with focusing on the light and creating what comes next. Lots of fire energy coming through. But also the Two of Wands is about a vision, a hopeful vision of the future, okay? And needing to make a choice. The King of Wands is the king of confidence, of the light. All right, let's keep going. Okay. What's the challenge in this situation for you? It's Pisces energy with the High Priestess. That's interesting. The High Priestess has a lot to do, again, with what you can't know, you can only feel. It's a card about silence and intuition and following your intuition. There could be like some kind of uncertainty, something that you can't see, but we do have getting clear here. But this is coming in with the Scorpio energy. Maybe this person is quite mysterious to you, and there's something you need to know before you want to make that choice. It could be. Okay. I'm going to go one further. Let me see a potential outcome here. Well, that's pretty beautiful. There is so much fire, so much Leo energy coming through. The Six of Wands is victory, it's success, it's getting what you want. And it is a success after a struggle of some kind, whether that's internal, external, whatever it is. That's about getting what you want. And then the King of Wands stays on the bottom of the deck. The King of Wands gets what he wants. Because once his heart is illuminated by that kind of passion, look at his crown chakra all lit up by the force of his heart. Yeah. The Emperor and the Five of Swords. The King of Wands gets what he wants. Big time. This is very much a card about getting what you want. The Emperor is divine masculine. Very strong Mars energy coming through. Let me put this over here for now. We will go back to it. Okay, what are we going to clarify with? Well, of course, the pulp. And let me see the recent past here with the Sun and the Ace of Pentacles. Oh, wow. It's the Knight of Cups. Pisces, Cancer, Scorpio energy. This is my Romeo of the tarot. This is somebody who is very sweet, very sincere, and very charming. Somebody who can speak the energy of love. And the Sun comes in with that. So there was something born in the recent past that was based on a lot of beauty. Oh, I see. It's the Queen of Wands. Interesting. These two have been showing up a lot lately. The King and Queen of Wands are one of my favorite couples for sure. They're an equal match. They're very, very passionate about each other. And they definitely have a hard time staying away from each other. There's a lot of Sun energy coming through here in this connection. It's got a lot of healing behind it with that. Okay. Too many. Can I see the Knight of Cups? In recent past. Could have been an offer. The Queen of Swords. Wow, that could be who's responsible for the Knight of Swords. The Queen of Swords is, oh, look at this. And then the Two of Cups. Okay, beautiful. The Queen of Swords is air energy, Aquarius, Libra, Gemini, but she's very much to the point. This is somebody who's wise, who's learned all the difficult lessons. It's my been there, seen that, done that queen. And she often comes out, though, when the heart could be feeling vulnerable, very sharp-minded, and not necessarily somebody who's going to easily fall for beautiful words. So, there's something in this communication. And then the Two of Cups, Venus and Cancer energy. And that's union. That's my I see you and you see me. Like we have the same vision. We're heart to heart. And it could be in the recent past that this Queen of Swords made you some kind of offer. Let's see the Knight of Swords, because the Knight, Knights are communicators, they're action, it's movement. Let me see the Knight of Swords. Oh, interesting. We have the Hermit, Virgo's major arcana. Look what comes out. Now the Hermit is that, what I was talking about, going within to find where your truth is. It could be that there's been a lot of rapid back and forth communication between the two of you. And look, we have the Hanged Man, Pisces major arcana. We have both the Pisces majors coming out. And then we have Virgo with the Hermit. How interesting. But it's like you're taking what you are communicating with this person and bringing it into you to see how you feel, what you want to say, what you think. You don't want to be swayed, is what I'm getting here. The Hanged Man is all about seeing things from a different kind of perspective. And maybe, again, that's what you've been doing. You're taking this communication. And then we see the Eight of Cups. How interesting. The Eight of Cups is my emotional pilgrimage card. It's all about having the courage to walk away from a past that never reached a place of fulfillment. The Hanged Man can be about knowing you can have 10 of Cups. That's what this guy wants to do. And we saw the Two of Cups, which is what's missing, right? The partnership, the love. And then we even saw the 10. When I mysteriously grabbed the Good Tarot, and I don't even know why, but anyway, I told you I'd be rambly. But yes, anyway, you're taking all of this energy of the Sun and the Ace of Pentacles and the Queen of Swords, which is lovely, and you're integrating that. So let's see the Two of Fire. This can be both of you. Wow. Libra's major arcana. I couldn't make it up. South Node in Libra all last year. And Libra is also Venus energy, and it is about justice and balance and harmony and the right things coming together in the right way. This can be a card about getting justice for something. Can I see justice, please? Lots of majors coming out. Look. Getting what should be together, coming together. Soulmate union. We literally have South Node and Libra and the coming together. This seed was planted. I see, and now the Two of Wands is, where is this going? Queen of Swords, Knight of Swords, Knight of Swords, Hermit. There could be a lot of talking in this situation. Okay, one more. Oh, how did we know the Empress was going to come out? But we also saw the Emperor. Up here we have the Sacred Woman. We have number 33, number 3. And the Empress is number 3. Now we saw the Emperor too, which is Mars, so Venus and Mars guiding the reading, but the Five of Pentacles. Okay, the Five of Pentacles is a card, again, about what can we create with what we have? What is the vision and the possibilities? That's pretty amazing. Focus on the light. Let's see the High Priestess. That's what's in the challenge with this Scorpio energy. Interesting. The Three of Wands. The Three of Wands is a card about like dream casting, but there's still a choice that really needs to be made about what that's going to be in this relationship, what course it's going to take. There's something mysterious. There's something you can't see fully or unknown that you can't quite cast your vision around. But with the High Priestess, there's also something that you know, even though you can't see it. So let me see the Three of Wands. She's dressed up like an explorer in this card. So it can be about exploring the unknown. I saw the Hanged Man, allowing yourself to have a different perspective. The Empress and the Queen of Cups, Pisces, Cancer, Scorpio energy, very strong here. But also, again, intuition and what can be created. Now, this could be somebody that you're dealing with who is very, very intuitive. But it is also, again, about, if this is you and the Queen of Cups, Empress energy, it's about trusting your intuition. That's in the challenge. We had the Queen of Swords, right? Which can be, like I said, oftentimes I see the Queen of Cups and Queen of Swords come out together because they kind of compensate for each other. Not too much thinking, not too much feeling. Let's balance that out. Okay. Can I see the Six of Fire? But if this is somebody around you, and it could be, then the challenge could be getting out, like creating that vision together, communicating it somehow. Oh my God. We have the Hanged Man, Pisces major arcana. And the Hanged Man, like I was talking about in the intro though, it's about kind of like removing yourself from the boundaries of perceiving things the way you've always known them. We can take that out to the macro for sure, but certainly we can apply it in love as well. It's a whole other way of seeing it. It's like upside down world. And you can't follow the same rules. Look who it is. It's the Emperor. Wow. You gotta see things a different way. The Lovers, I sense that with all of the threes coming out as well. Soulmate union. The thing about the Lovers is that it presents a bit of a dilemma for us. When this came together back here, Queen of Cups, Queen of Swords, Knight of Cups, and the Sun and the Ace of Pentacles. I mean, that is beautiful energy. Anyway, when that came together in the past, this energy was born, and it could have brought out some defensiveness or uncertainty, or usually it requires that we reconcile two parts of our own heart. Queen of Swords, Queen of Cups. Interesting. Can be a choice between two different people, two paths in life, but ultimately it's Gemini energy, so it's two sides of ourselves. And when soulmate union comes together, it tends to wake us up to a part of our heart that's unfamiliar. The Hanged Man and the Lovers. It's like, this isn't, okay. And the Six of Wands. The Lovers. More Leo energy with strength. Last year was 2024, which reduced equals number 8. And strength is 8 in the major arcana. But strength is about reconciling with our own inner beast, our ego, the things that keep us from acting in our own best interest. It can be about holding back our passion so that we don't go too impulsively into a situation. Yeah, 3 of Pentacles, making sure that you're on the same page, that you can build towards something stable. Now, along with that came the 4 of Cups, which is a card about a pause. And we have this solar calm, this clarification, like there's something I feel that still needs to be revealed in this situation. Getting to know each other as your bond deepens, okay? 4 of Cups. Interesting, the 5 of Wands comes out because we finish with the 6 of Wands. It can be, again, about internal conflict. Wands are all about our path and our passion. This can be you like coming up against yourself. not wanting to make that choice. Look, it's the Queen of Wands coming back out. That's amazing. Five of Wands can also be a lot of people around you trying to get in the way of this situation, which again is very common. Let me see the Five of Wands. But you know, when I see the King and Queen of Wands, to me this is often very, very passionate. Five of Wands. Well, and then we have the Nine of Wands. I can't believe the amount of fire coming out. What is happening here? I mean, we are... No, I don't know. Okay, anyway. The Nine of Wands is the wounded warrior. This is my one more step to completion. So it could have been a pretty long fight in this situation to get to where you want to go. Look at her. She's all beat up. And she's looking over her shoulder at what they've been through, what she had to fight through to get here. One more. Five of Wands, Nine of Wands. And then the Knight of Wands. Okay. The Knight of Wands carries that final wand. We have three knights here. Oh, well, this can be about communication. Let's have one more, but also about enthusiasm and taking action. Yeah, we have the Chariot. Cancer's major arcana. That's very interesting with the full moon in Cancer coming up. The Chariot, though, is driven by the Emperor. It's about taking control of a situation. Now, this can be a card about travel. There could be a distance between the two of you with that Three of Wands. But ultimately, this is about setting course for your future, taking control. Nine of Wands, Five of Wands. The Chariot can't move until the two sides come together. And we do have the Four of Cups and the Nine of Wands. It's like some kind of struggle. And then the Eight of Pentacles, Earth energy. Yeah, it's like this is taking a lot of work in some way to come together. There needs to be a lot of planning done. This could have something to do with work as well. Okay, let me see. Let's go to the blue deck. The thinking woman. We have the Queen of Swords. Okay. In the recent past. All right, what else? We have the World. The World is the completion of cycles, but I'm getting a lot of travel in this situation. We have a lot of cards of travel. But the World can also have to do with like the whole wide world, right? And with the Chariot, there can be some travel situation here, definitely. Can be about the completion of a cycle. And then we have envy. The Five of Wands, the Nine of Wands. Okay, maybe that was a problem in this situation as well. We do have the High Priestess and Scorpio in the challenge, which, you know, Scorpio can be a very private sign or energy. So it can be about keeping things hidden too. Absolutely. Because there's a caution here about envy with the Five of Wands. That can be competition. Okay. And then we have happy family, the Ten of Cups, and appreciation. Yeah, that could be. And then the door to romance. Wow. I just don't understand the Eight of Pentacles. Let me try one more on that. The wild unknown. Can I, oh, wow, okay, you did want to speak. The Eight of Pentacles, the Moon, about keeping something hidden, remember? Envy. Huh, interesting. That has been coming out a lot over the last little while. But as I mentioned, though, this is a very passionate situation with the Lovers and the King and the Queen of Wands, who often do inspire a lot of envy around them. Because they're natural leaders, they're very charismatic, very passionate. So there could be something about this union coming together that you really need to protect, to keep quiet. The High Priestess and Scorpio energy. Because other people could try to get in the way, 9 of Wands, 5 of Wands, of what would make you happy. Now, I hate doing those messages and readings, but it does come out. And it isn't even that it's necessarily conscious on behalf of other people. On an energy level, it creates a dissonance in their own reality. And they're like, what do I do now that I know that's possible? Something like that. Okay, anyway, I know I'm rambling. Okay, let's go. Let's go to, let's do some talisman. That's pretty interesting, though. Wow, okay. We have change. There's the Aquarius energy. Okay. Something is going to change. We have the transits. And then healing energy. I was getting all of that softness here. Now with Heaven Sent though too, this could have something to do with working together. 8 of Pentacles, the Moon, and ideas, you know. Okay. Learn the truth and magical power. Wow. Magical power, the Hermit and the High Priestess. Those two are my highest spiritual couple in tarot. They communicate in the 5D. And we do have some of that energy going. But with the Scorpio energy too, what I'm saying though is there could be a very spiritual mission for the two of you. The Moon and the 8 of Pentacles. And the High Priestess and Hermit. It could be that this Empress is somebody that you see as being able to actually create that vision with. We have the Emperor and the outcome. Okay, it's making sense to me. Learn the truth. Okay, let's do one more. I do see safe travel. Learn the truth, something that you don't know. All right, that's pretty interesting. Let's do one more. I'm sorry if this reading got rambly, my friends. The energy wouldn't leave me alone. I'm like, fine. I won't wait till tomorrow. And then we have the Elixir of Life, which is the 10 of Cups. The Elixir of Life, it's just like that 10 of Cups is essential. Emperor and Empress coming together is all about creating the new life, the new energy. Especially when it starts with the sun. That's beautiful. Okay. Let's take it down to earth with an Amore Psyche. Let's see some of the more physical or sexual components in this connection. It is definitely very spiritual. I hope some of it made sense for you, my friends. I hope it resonated. Okay. We have loving yourself and then full intimacy. I love the full intimacy card because that's my mind, body, soul connection. That's the only way to achieve full intimacy. And it's the only kind that the Emperor and the Empress have. But I love how they're off on an island by themselves. It's like this is the world they have together. And loving yourself, that can be a card about like the work that was being done to get here. That balance out of Venus and Mars in the North and South nodes. Okay, interesting. Okay, I've thrown every deck I can at this reading, so let's close it with a couple of cards from the Lover's Oracle. These can come out as advice, so definitely take them only as they resonate. As in the whole reading, of course. Acceptance is the key to inner peace. At times we must accept things as they are. There is no point in trying to change that which is beyond our control. Interesting that we had the card of change. But we do have all of this kind of feminine energy saying we can create anything with whatever comes. That's what the Empress does. Okay? Forgiveness. Stop focusing your energy on past events, for life is too precious to waste. Could it get any clearer than this, you guys? It says, you create your reality by what you think, dream, and imagine. That's the point of the whole reading. Focus on the light, the vision. Imagine what we can do together. Imagine what love can do when it's seen a different way, from a place of truth. Learn the truth. I love this card. Look at the heart with the wings on it. The past is now behind you. Exactly. Look how free that looks. Release it and embrace new possibilities. A new path is available to you. Follow it with faith, the High Priestess. One more. If you could do something, what would it be? The answer dwells in your heart, not in your mind. Pisces, Virgo. For the heart is the gateway to the soul. Well, that is the truth. Okay, my friends, I hope this made some sense for you. I hope it resonated. I hope you hung with me. I love you guys very much. I'll be putting out more readings very soon. I've just been super busy. All right, my friends. Namaste.